no style. Promises made, they rot in the air. A handshake, a lie, a blank, cold stare. Puppets dance, the strings are tight. Shadows whisper in the dead of night. This is some bullshit. We see through it. This is some bullshit. Can't undo it. Say it loud. We won't quit. This is some bullshit.
We're getting started. Hit that like. Come on. Almost there. Oh, there's some Twitch people.
Paper-thin truths that crumble like ash. Golden thrones built on stolen cash. We raise our fists, we break the mold. Your house of cards is getting old. Static comes, the wires ignite. Truth's a bomb, we're ready to fight. This is some bullshit.
Yeehaw!
We see through it.
Woo! Doggy. Come on.
This is some bullshit.
Sing the song, girl.
Can't undo it.
Woo!
Say it loud. We won't quit. This is some bullshit.
You know it is. You know it is. Come on now. Boink. Come on. I said come on. Well, let me tell you, son. Let me tell you what. We're going to start right up right now. We ain't going to wait around, for the sun to go the wrong direction. We ain't going to wait for some dude with a big dumbass beard to tell us about masculinity while sitting in his truck because his wife won't let him do the show in the garage. That's right, I'm calling you out. Hoo-hoo. Come on, man. We got so much to cover, man. And especially because Trump they brought him out for the rally. And let me tell you how well this went, ladies and gentlemen, right out of the goddamn gate, okay? So, some of you don't know that I was raised in Kentucky. I was born in Cincinnati, but we were living in Kentucky at the time. Only hospital, within driving range didn't have chickens in it. So we went, basically I was born there and then we zipped on back down there to Peaks Mill. And I got to say, Facebook's being a bit weird, man. Let me check, make sure we up on that. That ain't right. Look at that, kicked off again. What'd I do? What'd I say? All right, we'll see if it kicks in now. Sometimes I just got to, throw the switch like Dr. Frankenstein. I said Stein, but I got a lozenge. You'll have to forgive me some. Now, we'll be up. I think we're up on Facebook now. Should be all right. Now, let me just show you how well this rally went. Yeah, look at him. That is not a healthy, happy guy. That is a guy who is miserable. Now, he opens with a joke. Now, I think this is because he's in Marietta, Georgia. And I think that's one of the places he announced that he was going to run or some shit. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, everybody. I thought the mic was covering it, but it creeps around the outside. That's my bad. Please, just You're welcome. All right. And subscribe. I mean, who else gives you a nut warning? Who else? We're like 4 away from 92K. We're getting there. Come on. I was watching the Don Lemon interview with Hunter Biden. I was singing your praises in the comments. Thank you so much, Treva. Eventually, Hunter's going to know the favor I did for him by basically teabagging anybody who made a real run for him, because I knew the case, I think, arguably better than he did. Now, it is a little bit creepy that Trump has a lot of youngins behind him. We'll see if they're as interested midway through as they were in the beginning. You know what I mean? But let's see if you can see the flaw in the... I haven't seen this the whole way through, so I don't know if he stuck the landing. But I gotta tell you, the takeoff was a little shaky. Oh, and it's gonna be, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. It's a special place, and
It's such a special place.
I am here to announce my candidacy.
Now, are they laughing because he's being a spry little Loki and announcing his candidacy, or are they laughing at how he pronounced the word candidacy? If you're going to jokingly announce that you're still going to run for president again, you might maybe just nail the primary word in the premise.
Announce my candidacy.
Oh, your candidacy? What is that? You just feel a little bit like Candace Owens right now? Why? You gonna take a rando trip to Europe and call Erica Kirk a bitch? I'm not kidding, by the way. Where is that business? There it is. That bitch. You gonna go there, or where'd he go? All right. I have so many tabs, it's stupid. This guy? Nope, that's Tim Dillon. Where is he? There it is. Okay. Candacy. Sometimes you feel a little candacy, you know? You think he dresses up in a little summer dress and sachets around the what's left of the West Wing, frolicking like it's time to make the donuts, and feeling a little, I don't know, some days I'm just feeling a little candacy, you know? And he even knows he fucked it up. Watch this. You can see the look on his face.
Thank you very much, everybody. It's a special place, and I am here to announce my candidacy.
Can't believe I fucked up the word candidacy right out of the thing, and these assholes are still laughing. Pathetic. They are pathetic.
I'm only kidding.
Did you hear how he said candidacy?
I'm only. Nah, boy, I tell you what a group. We have thousands of people outside.
Oh, yeah. They've been waiting since the last one 2 years ago.
On a weekday, the weather.
Yes. So many of your supporters are currently out of work.
It's nice, but we're in Marietta, we're in Atlanta, right by it, and I just want to thank everybody. Those are places, we had a tremendous victory here, and it was a big, beautiful victory. We won by a lot, and we have some great candidates running. They got to win by a lot, otherwise we're going communist. I don't think anybody wants that. We're not going to.
No, we're not going to go communist. I don't know what that means, but we're going to go communist. It's apparently where the government owns parts of businesses, which I've been doing a lot, doing the communism. I know communism better than the communists do.
But I'm thrilled to be back in the great state of Georgia with thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. That's
Yes, that's the sentence that he attaches onto insert location here.
what you are. And with your help in 2024, we earned more votes than any candidate in Georgia history. There's never been anything like it.
Which is why we think it was rigged. We're pretty sure Georgia was rigged. There's no way I won by that much.
And when I say that, I have to be careful because look at all the fake news back there. They will correct me.
You can't correct someone with fake information, dickhead. You do realize that, right? You realize that they would be lying about you. If you're lying or you're making something up, they'll just point it out, which would make them the opposite of fake news. That would make you the fake news. Ah, I see. Now we've...
He said he earned more. If I didn't earn, if I was 2 votes short, they would say, he's lying, he's lying. They are sick individuals.
Right, because you would be, shithead.
The fake news.
No, that would be true. If you were too shy of the most votes, you would be lying and taking the credit that someone who made those 2 votes more than you. What the fuck is this? If I said I won the gold medal and I actually turned out to win the silver, they would lie and say I actually got the silver. That's the fake news.
You have to be careful. No, we weren't.
You have to be careful that they won't check whether you're making something up, because you do all the time. And
we had more votes than any candidate in the history of this great state, and I'm very proud. I love Georgia. I've always loved it.
Oh yeah? What part? Where do you go? When you hang out down there, what do you do? I mean, I know in the last, obviously, 35 years, you've flown in and out only during campaigns and shit like this a single night, and then most of the time you phone it in, literally asking them to find more votes for you.
And every day since, I've been fighting for the people of Georgia like no president has ever fought before, and you're doing
by fighting against them. It's a new technique.
well, too. We're going to keep it that way. And 18 months ago, you were in trouble. Our country was in trouble, frankly. It was a catastrophe what was happening.
Yes, what was happening at that time? As happenings go, this is not going to be good.
Our country was in trouble, frankly. It was a catastrophe what was happening.
Yes, what's happening? I love that show. What's happening? Followed by what's happening now?
Sleepy Joe Biden and the radical left Democrats.
Who I'm fairly certain has, even though he had a stutter, been able to pronounce candidacy and happening every time I've seen him. If somebody somebody should check me on that. The True News, the people who keep track of that shit, knock yourself out. Go look it up. Check me on that.
They're Democrats, D-U-M, Democrats, created.
You don't have a B in there? You don't want to be afraid to look like Dumbocrats?
The worst inflation in 48 years.
No, COVID did.
Scott Bessent, was it the worst inflation in 48? Now, if Scott doesn't have credibility, nobody does, okay?
Yeah, what's not to like about him? He used to work for George Soros, made a bunch of his money leveraging currency and screwing the average person in the UK out of their hard-earned money. And then, of course, gay and married, which are 2 big things MAGA loves.
He said it's the worst, and it was. It was actually, I think it was beyond 48 years, but 48
Who gives a shit what you think? It's either the number or it ain't, dummy.
years is good enough. Wide open borders with millions of people, even from the world's worst prisons from all over the world. They were pouring into our country. All over the globe they came, prisons and gang members, drug dealers, child predators, and 11,000.
Well, yeah, how else do you expect to form your cabinet?
888 murderers, many of whom committed more than one murder. More than 50% committed more than one murder.
Okay, more than one. Carry the 2. So a little over half of them might be innocent. Actually, we don't know. We're gonna have to go look.
We had transgender for everybody, men and women.
That was exhausting, honestly. Look, I recognize I can dress androgynously with my long hair, but transgender for everyone is just exhausting. It's too much work. I don't know if I'm supposed to trans myself against my own will and deny my own gender identity, or if I'm supposed to force it on other people while maintaining my own. And I've gone in this loop where I was where you become I was a transgender woman for a little while who believed she was a trans man, and so I'm back where I started. It's so confusing because if you're doing it yourself, that's one thing, but if the government is forcing it on you, it's like a toll booth on a cul-de-sac.
Sports came ravaging through our cities.
Sorry, the trans athletes started ravaging through your cities. They were just ravaging the place. They were fabulous.
And the whole world was laughing at us. We were a joke all over the world, but not anymore. They're not laughing.
No, they're not laughing. Nothing funny about this. Look how many people are dead.
They're not laughing.
They're not laughing. He's over it already. He's over it already.
Right, Jackson?
Right, Jackson?
They're not laughing anymore, Jackson.
Try, yeah. If you say Jackson the first time, say Jackson the second time. Nobody will know.
Gonna be your next governor right here. 2 years ago, our country was dead, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world, respected by everybody all over the world, the hottest. And we're respected like, I say we respected maybe like never before.
Right, yes, you tack that onto a lot of things. Also, respected like never before sounds an awful lot like not respected. Because I think that's, most people have been respected in almost any way that you could respect someone. It's happened somewhere, some way, loudly, quietly, righteously, emotionally, psychosexually respected, individualism, or in a group or whatever. There's a lot of ways to respect someone. And it seems like if you are respecting, like they're respecting us like they've never respected us before, sounds like disrespect. I think that's the one way to do it. It's like backhanded respect. That's what it is. This is good. So they're showing their respect by taking digs at him and disrespecting him because they don't want to be overt about it. This is a new technique.
When I took office, we inherited the worst border in U.S. history. It was an open wound. It was an open sieve.
An open sieve. Can you close a sieve? I think that's the very nature of being a sieve. Also, there was a bipartisan bill to shut it, and you stopped it.
We quickly turned it into the most secure border in the history of our country.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Within 2 months. And numbers were just released by the Democrats that in the past 14 months, a historic record of 0 illegal aliens have been admitted into the United States.
Been admitted. Yeah, because once you're admitted, you're no longer illegal, shithead. See how that works? He loves that phrase. If you illegally enter the country and you are caught and processed, and you're allowed to present an asylum claim or you're allowed to stay, you are no longer here illegally. You have been admitted to the country legally. As a matter of fact, if you're admitted, you're no longer illegally here. That sounds like a good sentence, huh?
And now our crime numbers are among the lowest they've ever been. It's plummeting downward. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Nationwide crime has been the lowest numbers that we've had in many, many decades. Last year, we achieved the largest drop in the murder rate ever recorded to the lowest level in 125 years. That's since 1900. That's before my father was born, my father.
Yeah, why is that a thing? That was before most people's fathers were born, you weirdo.
Before my father was born, think of it, from the year 1900, lowest.
Yes, we got that number the first time.
Murder rate, and that's despite the fact that we had millions of people poured into our country who...
So let me get this right. 25 to 35 million murderers, psychopaths, cannibals, Hannibal Lecter types were dumped into the country from foreign prisons, and since they've been here, the murder rate has gone down. Is there a flaw in that, I'm just, so what did they do? Kill our murderers? And then they were like, I'm done. I just want a job. What the hell?
In many cases, very, very dangerous people.
And so dangerous, they killed other dangerous people. And now we've got a murderer gap.
We cut the flow of fentanyl across our border by 67%.
Wow. Hold on. So nobody's coming across, but still 33% of the fentanyl is still coming across the border? What are they doing? Using catapults? Has anybody checked Don Jr.'s private plane?
And drugs coming in by ocean, sea, by water.
By water, yes. In the rain.
Was cut 97%. We're trying to figure out who the 3% are because they are among the bravest people anywhere in the world.
Yeah, in those cases, again, they're not brave. They're forced to do it.
You've seen that.
Yeah, you... Sorry, what did I see?
Because they are among the bravest people anywhere in the world. You've seen that.
Did I? Have I? I don't know that I've seen that. I mean, I've seen, but I don't know that I've seen. Is that the sound your dick makes when it's trying to work? What in the world is What in the shit? Stop it. Stop it.
Because they are among the bravest people anywhere in the world. You've seen that.
Yes, I have now, and now I can't unsee it. Man, oh, Shevitz. It's like he tried to make a sound effect with his face, and his brain was like, yeah, I got nothing. And he's just like, he was trying to go, pew, pew, pew. He was trying to, pew, and pew. That's what came out. You've seen that. Pew. This is going to be a heavy one, CSL. I bet, like, we're going to, already, we got candidacy, happing, and
among the bravest people anywhere in the world. You've seen that. They are the bravest people in history.
All right. He's just going to move on. Suddenly the kids in the background are like, hey, what? What's beer? What happened there?
I believe we're making the largest ever investment in the United States Armed Forces, and we've got the strongest and most
The armed forces.
Powerful military anywhere in the world by far. There's nobody close.
Yeah, that's always been true.
And I built it during my first term. I built
it to go beer.
Our military. And as you know, they stupidly gave a lot of it away, but actually it was a lot, but it was small compared to what we built. But they gave a lot of it away to the Taliban, to Afghanistan. They gave it away. They just take it. We're leaving. Let's leave brand new machines behind. Let's leave airplanes behind. I said to them, well, what if you just fly it out and we'll take it back, or we can even fly it back to the United States if you'd like. Sir, I think it's cheaper to leave it. Brand new planes. It was so...
Okay, real quick. Because he had released 5,000 Taliban fighters and the area was unsafe, sending soldiers in to reclaim airplanes we had given to the Afghanistan military would have cost the lives of our soldiers for old gear from the 90s we no longer use except for training. Why would we waste our soldiers' lives to go pick up every nut, every screw, every bolt, every, like, shit trainer aircraft from 1991? That's what they meant when he said expensive. It isn't the tank of gas, dipshit. So stupid.
I saw what was happening. What a disgusting thing took place. But we then, as you know, We won
Eh.
Venezuela, which is now working with us to produce millions and millions of barrels of oil.
Oh,
Getting
yeah.
along great with them. One day.
So great.
And we've already paid for that operation many, many times over. We're taking tremendous amounts of oil, and they're taking tremendous amounts of oil. It's a partnership, in a sense. They're doing a great job. We're
In a sense, we're taking it.
working together. And millions of barrels of oil is going to Houston and Louisiana, coming to you indirectly after it's refined. They're refining it there.
Is that what happens? Is that how it works? I mean, these kids are young. They
But
don't know.
millions and millions of barrels of oil. And also Venezuela is doing better than they've ever done before, too. The big oil companies are going in, and they're signing up. We have Chris Wright working on it, Doug Burgum working on it.
Why would the Secretary of the Interior be working on the interior of another country? Seems a little America last.
Scott is working on them, and
Scott.
it's been incredible.
Sorry, did he do that, or is that just me being a dick? Scott.
These are going in, and they're signing up. We have Chris Wright working on it, Doug Burgum working on it. Scott is working on them, and it's
Scott.
been incredible, actually. It's got serious oil. In fact, if you combine us and Venezuela, we have about 62% of the world's oil market. So
Yeah, it's just like you're just straight up talking imperialism. Weird.
we don't need straits. We don't need anything. We don't need the Hormuz Strait, but we do it because we have to do it, because we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. It's very simple.
Sorry, are they fishing it out of the strait?
So we're likewise winning in the Islamic Republic of Iran, and we're
Are you sure it's the Islamic Republic of Iran? I could have swore it was a different place. Hold on. Yeah.
the Islamic Republic of Japan,
Right, that's right.
ensuring that they will never, ever be able to do to us what they've done to so many. You know, they've killed 52,000 plus protesters. People that were protesting have been killed. 52,000 over the last 4
What, are you jealous?
months. Nobody wants to talk about the fake news back then ever
What are you talking about? They talked about it, but it happened in January.
mentions that.
What are they? They're not still doing it, asshole.
I just left Dover Air Force Base, which is
You killed 170 little girls. How come the fake news doesn't want to talk about that?
an incredible place, but oftentimes very sad, because that's when they bring the bodies of our great heroes, our great patriots, warriors. They bring them back to Dover. And I've been there many times before. This was in particular something very sad.
Of the, whatever, at this point, 100 dignified transfers that have happened while Trump has been president this time and last time, he skipped out on 90 of them.
I attended the dignified transfer ceremony for 4 great U.S. service members killed in the conflict with Iran. As they returned to American soil at Dover. And one of the families happened to be traveling to Georgia. Beautiful family, beautiful wife and husband and brother-in-law. And I said, I'm going to
Sorry, this person who passed away had a wife and a husband? You sure you weren't in Utah? What are you talking about?
Georgia too. Where are you going? She says, well, after this, sir, they lost their beautiful son. We're going to Georgia. I said, so if you want, I'll give you a ride on Air Force One. And they said, wow,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, maybe if you'd have taken more care and attention, that person would still be alive. What's this? I don't know what the applause part is. You didn't take. How about this? How about you take a fucking bus and the rest of the. So what the rest of the families do? They walk home? You want to hitch a ride with us, or just, remember when my buddy Jeffrey Epstein had a plane? I used to hop on with him all the time, going to Manhattan, back to West Palm Beach. We only lived less than a 5-minute cab ride from each other everywhere.
So today, I then said they were on Air Force One, and it's quite nice, I must say. And they said, wow, this is something, thank you so much. But they're heartbroken, you know, they're heartbroken. But they couldn't believe it. And they live very close to here. They live minutes away.
What'd you do, land in their driveway?
And we're here today, and I said to them, celebrating the memory of their beautiful, this was a beautiful son. You know, I read, when I go to Dover, I read charts on all of the young people.
You read charts on all of the young people.
Some are unbelievable. Some are a little bit, you know, they got a little bit of a couple of little bad things put in. This is a son who was like a flawless.
What the fuck? So some of the dead you welcome back, yeah, you weren't sure about, you know, they're a little sketchy. They probably should have been killed. What are you talking about?
Perfect person, beautiful, beautiful son, handsome in every way, brilliant, respected by everybody. His sheet read so beautifully, and I told them that their beloved son, and his name was Lieutenant Tyler Feehan, and he was a person that was going all the way. He was going to be a general. He would have been a general very quickly. He was heading in that path. But I just want to thank Tyler's mother, Sherry, his father, Stephen, and his uncle, David, great people. I got to know them a little bit on the plane. And standing there watching this sight, which is, it's very tough to watch, to be honest with you, very tough.
Are you okay?
I think it's the toughest thing I do. If anything I do all this stuff, but I think it's the toughest thing I do.
You think?
But to
Sorry, you think? What's a close second?
Stephen and David, we will carry Tyler's memory in our hearts forever, and I just want to thank you. It's an honor to have you here today. Please.
Right? He's in heaven, right? That's I point towards where the God place is. Huh? He's watching and thinking. Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, this is so gross. By the way, he blamed the Jordanians for not protecting our soldiers well enough. He gave him 2 fights instead of 3 fights.
Thank you very much. You see the way everybody feels. Your neighborhood, this is your neighborhood. Can you believe it? You see
Why wouldn't they?
the way they feel. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. He's looking down right here. He's so proud right now.
Jesus Christ.
So together we're making our country safer. And
He's looking down and he's very proud of what you did here. Thanks for being a prop. Anyways.
stronger and far more successful than it's ever been before. And that's happening before your very eyes.
Yes, you might not notice it because I blame your eyes.
That's why I call it the golden age. This is the golden age of America.
Because gold is only good if you can see it.
We're building more plants than at any time in the history of our country, and not just AI.
Planting more bull.
And all of the different things you read about. Things like auto plants, you know, the old-fashioned way.
Things like auto plant. What's like an auto plant?
Toyota just announced they're leaving Mexico and they're coming in. They're going to be building the largest plant anywhere in the world. They're all coming back.
They are not.
Leaving Canada, they're leaving Mexico. They're coming in from Germany and Japan and South Korea. They're coming in.
They have been forever. You do realize all of those companies make cars here in the United States already.
And from all over.
Maybe he doesn't.
And people that have been doing this, people like Scott and others that have been doing this for a long time, they've never seen anything like it. I don't
What has Scott been doing? Scott makes money from money. What are you talking about?
think you've ever seen anything like it. McGee, have you? You haven't seen anything. He's doing such a great job. In 4 long years of the sleepy Joe Biden administration, they got less than $1 trillion of new investment in our country. In 4 years, much less than $1 trillion. In less than 2 years, much less than 2 years.
Also, recovering from COVID, odd time to ask for donations.
Actually, in fact, at the end of the first year, but less than 2 years, in my administration, we've secured more than $19.2 trillion in.
Okay, BS, their own website says $9.2 trillion, including the budget for the year, which is $7 trillion. He's counting that as investment. The rest of it's all promises and trust me, bro.
Investment from all over the world.
They should not have him do these things after 5 o'clock.
So think of that. So in 1 year, they did much less than $1 trillion of investment. We were losing this country, I'll tell you. And the welfare, you see all the theft that's going on. Guys are stealing $100 million. Some guy from the street steals $100 million.
Some guy from the street? Wall Street or? Well, that happens every day.
Horrible. The welfare was going through the roof. The costs were going through the roof. It was a disaster taking place. But think of it. So they did less than $1 trillion in 1 full year. In 4 years, they did less. Think of this. In 4 years, they did less than $1 trillion.
Yeah, not even true and whatever.
We did 19.2 in 15 months.
No, you haven't. We have not had $19.2 trillion worth of investment. We have not had 2/3 of our GDP come in investment from outside the country. Especially when you're saying like $1 trillion from Qatar, which has a GDP of like 380 billion.
Think of that.
Yeah, think of it. Right alongside the Easter Bunny and the fucking Tooth Fairy.
The pharmaceutical company, we're bringing our pharmaceutical. We learned that through COVID.
What are we bringing back? Our pharmaceuticals? Are we bringing the pharmaceuticals back?
The pharmaceutical company, we're bringing our pharmaceutical. We learned that through COVID.
We did.
Bringing the pharmaceuticals back.
The pharmaceutical
company, we're bringing our pharmaceutical. We learned that through COVID.
We did. We learned that all through COVID.
The pharmaceuticals back. But the big pharmaceutical company, UCB, is investing $2 billion to build its first ever American manufacturing plant right here in Gwinnett, Georgia. Gwinnett. Look at the front row Joes. I love these people.
By the way, thanks to the supply chain bill that Biden passed, was going to details location, project scope, job creation, expansion outlines, campus anchors that the current job will be planned on site. Let's see. And what was this? Multi-state select spots. Used to be initially shared a broad desire to expand its factory presence in the U.S. back in June of 2005. The specific decision to build this $2 billion site of Rowan Innovation wasn't finalized and made public until March. Yeah.
I love these people.
Whoops. Okay.
Look at the front row Joes. I love these people. I love these people.
God, he's a fucking mess. I love these.
I think there are about 283. I don't know what the hell they do. I think they make a lot of money, too. I'm hearing they're very rich. They follow us. It's a rock concert, right? You have a good time, right? Thank you. They've been with me right from the beginning.
Yeah, they're insane.
How many have you done so far, do you think? 4, 5, 6? Close to 1,000. It might be. You think he's kidding? It might be. Well, we love you. Thank you very much.
I do think he's kidding.
Very much. We love you guys. Thank you. We have groups. We have a group from, I don't know if they're here, but.
Oh, the 4 ladies?
We have a group from North Carolina, women, beautiful women. They follow us. And they're at 218, I think. 219. They come and I always say, what the hell are your husbands saying about this? This is crazy. They're these beautiful women. I think they're sort of a wealthy family. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. But
Yeah, you tend to appeal to Real Housewives of Podunk, South Carolina.
you know, like the Front Row Joes, it's good. We have a lot of those groups. They're just great. They've been with us right from the beginning. And you know why they're with us? Because they love our country. That's why they're with us. It's really why they're with us.
That's really why there was a. That's why there was a.
You know why they're with us? Because they love our country.
Why they're with us?
That's why they're with us. It's really why they're with us.
That's really why there was a.
So,
Shit.
Japan is investing $600 million, and
No, they're not.
we're cutting-edge diamond processing facility, as you probably read this
Oh, the million. He didn't say billion. The $500 billion slush fund shit from Japan is all nonsense.
morning in your state. 600 million. Yamaha Motors is building its brand new U.S. headquarters in Kennesaw.
What kind of gang symbol is this? Like the kissing rabbits? He's doing this.
And more money is being invested in the United States right now
Oh, here comes the slobber.
than at any time in the history of our country. And Americans are working today more so than ever before. We have
We're working more so.
more jobs today than we've ever had, and it's not even close. More people are working now than at any time in the history of our country.
Well, let's see. I could fact check that. Or, let's see. We could go to, where is this business guy? Where's this little fella? There he is. The U.S. economy is about to collapse. 105 million Americans are not working. Tim Pool.
Shocking numbers, my friends. The economy is not doing well, and we're seeing a bunch of metrics indicating it may get worse.
Huh. You mean the metrics like Trump in charge?
Not to mention the war with Iran, the shuttering of the Strait of
Don't mention the war. I thought I mentioned the war, but I thought I got away with it.
Hormuz, the cutting off of 20% of the world's oil, has us in a difficult situation.
What kind of difficult are we talking about?
Now, for those that are surface level observers of the news, and I don't mean that
Like you?
derisively, you see this conflict with Iran and you think this is a waste of our time and energy. It presents risks to us. But the higher level, you start to see the rippling effects it's going to have across the board, hitting every major facet of our economy. And
Sorry. So the idea is that the regular viewer of news sees the news and goes, Iran's going to mess with the country. Oh, no, it's going to mess with you personally? Is that where we're going, or vice versa?
suffice it to say, the American people are unhappy with this at a general level, but many people paying attention are reaching their wits' end. Now,
You mean the people who voted for Trump on the whole no new wars thing?
I'd make the argument that the point of the war with Iran is to cut off China. However, Trump has been unable, or at least
From what?
unwilling, to resolve the issue to return things to normalcy. And we are about 3 months away
Unable, I think, is key.
from the midterm election in which Trump needs to win back the favor of the American people. And when we are
Right, but I guess just the favor, right? He doesn't actually have to do anything. He's just got to be able to bullshit them.
dealing with a shocking 105 million Americans not working, we are in serious trouble. Not to mention, when you take a look at
You have a funny way of pronouncing the golden age, young man.
trading, we have, oh boy, fears of a major market margin call ripping whatever game these people are playing away from them and causing a massive shockwave in the markets. Now, apparently in Korea, there's a major margin call that on one post on Reddit, they say that 3.4% of all Koreans, the retail investors, just got margin called. The rug was pulled out from under them, and those ripple effects are going to hit us all the same. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Why?
aside from all the politics, war, conflict, whatever, I hope
Whatever.
you are ready for the bumpy ride. The New York Post reporting, shocking 105 million Americans are not working. It's hot, nil
And that's just the people that Trump has hired along with Doge.
summer for American workers. The number of adults who are not in the labor force surged to an all-time high in June to 105.8 million.
So, real quick, what was this again?
Working now than we've ever had, and it's not even close. More people are working now than at any time in the history of our country.
Yeah, I'm guessing, my best guess is this is a quote and something they put in his speech from the last term that was just largely based on, per capita or overall population and not per capita, I guess, or does it really matter?
When you say per capita, there's many per capitas. It's like per capita relative to what?
Okay.
And the stock market has said, and that's with this skirmish we have going on. I call it a skirmish.
Do you? You're calling it a skirmish now?
This is with this skirmish we have with the Islamic Republic of Iran.
You notice how he's nailing that each time to make up for the Japan remark?
Islamic Republic of Japan.
Like he's working it. If I say it right 15 times, people forgot I totally fucked it up.
And I call it that because let me tell you, they're getting hit so hard and they want to make a deal.
No, they don't.
But I say they're not ready to make a deal.
Well, what would make them readier than wanting to? Do you got to lube them up or something? Obviously not.
Because every time they make a deal, they want to change it and everything.
Well, then apparently they don't want to make a deal. What the? How in the hell, dude? If they say they made a deal and then you sign it or you don't sign it or you agree on it and then they walk out and do something else, no deal was made. There's not a deal, shithead.
They're not ready. They'll be ready very soon.
Oh yeah? What are they just trying to pick out the right tie or?
And this is despite this. It's going on. The stock market has hit 73 all-time highs since the election. Think of that.
Yeah, because an entirely new industry was born on top of the rest of the internet or the Dow. That's why.
And the typical American's 401k
Typical was a little rough.
is up by $34,000, setting records day after day. It's up by numbers that have never been seen before.
Well, percentage-wise, they absolutely have. And also, the cost of everything else went up, so it means less. That's why you're given absolute dollar amounts instead of percentages, because weighed against the heightened cost, it doesn't look like shit.
So your 401ks, they always say, oh, the stock market. Stock market's very important. But I have people coming up to me that have 401ks. They said, I was a disaster. My family wouldn't talk to me. They thought I was a total loser.
What is this, an infomercial?
And now I'm like...
They think I'm the Wolf of Wall Street. They think I'm... yeah.
The one guy said, I feel like Warren Buffett. No, the markets are right through the roof. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, frankly. It's beautiful. It's brought families together.
What? Yeah. Stock market's so much better than Christmas, right, Christians?
I told the story about a policeman in New York.
Big guy, sweaty, crying his ass
New York
off.
City. He said, my wife was really down on me because the 401k was a disaster. It wasn't moving. And you get...
Why would she hate on him for the 401k? If he was a day trader, I could see that, but it sounds like his wife is awful.
Elected, and she thinks I'm the most brilliant financial mind in the world now. She loves me much more than she did.
Did she love you more when stuff went up under Biden too? Because that's the direction of the market in general?
She's close, but you should never love for that reason. Remember that, please.
Well, that's not love, but sure.
And while the stock market is skyrocketing way up, inflation is way down.
No, it's not.
Coming way down.
We're coming way down. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite even breathing hard.
And last week...
This asshole is trying to roofie the economy.
It was announced just last week that inflation dropped by the largest amount in more than 6 years.
The CPI, month over month, because of the spike in gas the month before.
We're doing it right. We're running...
No, you didn't. It's still higher than it was in January.
The country properly.
No, you're not. It has nothing to do with any of that shit.
And they tried to blame high prices on me. So think of it. When I inherited this thing on January 20th.
This thing? Fucking America. Am I right? Okay,
We had the highest inflation in many, many years.
It was 2.9%.
48 years, they say.
It was 2.9%. When he took over, January 20th, 2025, the U.S. inflation rate was 2.9%. 2.9%. When he took over, it was 2.9%. 2.9%. Higher than 2, lower than 3 by a little, but certainly not the highest ever in the history of ever, you asshole. Okay.
I say maybe ever.
That's because you're stupid.
This is what I inherited.
You inherited 2.9% inflation, and he just bragged about it going down to 3.4.
When I had nothing to do with it. I walk into office, I have a press conference first or second day, and they're screaming at me, "What are you going to do about high prices? Right? What are you going to do?" I said, "I just got here. What are we talking about? Tell me."
Really? What are we talking about? Tell me. That was what you said? What do you mean? What high prices? I don't buy groceries. That's chick stuff. That's what he means.
Eggs have gone up 4 times. 4 times. I said, "I just got here. Give me a break." They did. They hit
Aw, womp womp.
me with the eggs, and you remember that? Kelly, you
No, it was a disease that was wiping out the poultry in the country, and you actually had a material impact on it. The president can do things. This isn't about the consumption, the supply and demand around eggs in general.
I got hit with the eggs.
No, you just wait.
First day, first press conference, nice friendly press conference. You know, they treat me so nicely. What are you going to do about the prices? And they said, they used the word, first time I heard it, it was a word, made up by the Democrats, affordability.
A word made up by the Democrats. Affordability. It's a hoax.
They said, affordability. I said, I've been here 1 day. Don't worry.
Okay, fuck you then. We're not talking about day 1. We're talking about now, asshole.
I'll take care of it, and we're taking care of it. We're taking good care of it.
No, you're not. Hold on 1 second. What is... Yeah, current inflation is 3.5%. 3.5%. When Trump took over, it was 2.9. 2.9. It is now 3.5. The CPI dropped from I want to say 3.9 to 3 or yeah. It's 3 it was 3.8 to 3.4. And also, he does realize that unless you have deflation or disinflation, the prices aren't coming down. They're just not going up as fast. Ask Scott.
They had the highest prices.
They did not. You have the highest prices. That's how prices work.
They had the highest prices. In fact, with the eggs, we have an Easter egg hunt like a few months after this, and they said, "Don't order eggs, sir, because they're so expensive. Use plastic eggs." They wanted me to give the kids. I said, "Nope, we're going to get it done." We did a great job.
Hey, asshole, nobody thought you couldn't afford eggs with the taxpayers' money, shithead. It was just a bad look. While people can't afford eggs to eat, you're rolling them around on the White House lawn for your donors' kids.
Our Secretary of Agriculture did a great job, and we got the price now of eggs is lower than it was when we started, right?
Well, yeah, because there's no avian flu currently.
And many other things, too. And oil will be coming, it's going to be tumbling down. It was 3 weeks ago. They thought we had a deal. I said, I don't think we have a deal with these guys. They break every deal they make. But I said, but people thought the geniuses on Wall Street, they came down, really down, and goes back up a little bit. But it's going to come down maybe lower than when we even started. But just give me a little time. I always say, I said to the farmers, give me a little time. And look how we're doing with the farmers. What's
More bankruptcies than ever.
going on with the farms and everything. This country is rocking and rolling. So every day we're fighting to put more money back in the pockets of the hardworking American families. And that's why, with the help of our incredible Republican majorities in Congress, we've done so much. I proudly signed the great, big, beautiful bill delivering the largest tax cuts in American history.
That none of you will see.
Largest in American history. And we did big ones first. We had the best economy in history in my first term. A lot of people don't, because we had a COVID period.
Yeah, so crazy. Can I show you real quick, just the egg chart, if I may? See this guy right here? There. That's the low point. Joe Biden took it from $4.82 in 2023 to $2.04 in October of 2023, and didn't have to go, what the heck? That's not my fault, Trump, COVID. And then they jacked up like that through the end of because of avian flu, and then they started coming back down. They're still higher than they were in October of 2023 before the avian flu outbreak. And that's an average. Just throwing that in there, just a detail.
Over the world, and we did a great job where they got no credit for it. We did Operation Warp Speed.
Excuse me, sir. It's pronounced Operation Fart Steed.
And I'll tell you, we did a great job, but we got very little credit for it. We should have been given big credit, but we got credit for everything else.
It's MAGA that doesn't want credit for that. They think Operation Fart Steed was actually a plot by the World Health Organization and the Rothschilds.
And we had the best economy, but this economy is ready to blow everything away ever of any
It's so ready.
country.
Not gonna, but it's so ready.
There's never been anything like what's happening in the United States of America
Well, the kids have sat down now.
right now. So I
That
just
didn't
want
take
you to
long.
remember that if you're paying a little bit more, a lot of it's come down now. We got it coming down very rapidly, actually.
Oh, it's super rapidly. It's coming down rapidly. So it's, even though it's up and it's still going up, it's coming down up as it goes up way fast, like super fast. Like don't even, like before the midterms, it's totally, everything's going to be cheaper than it was.
Look at the number just released. But
What was that number? What was it? It was the CPI number. What was it?
it really would, we inherited something from Biden, and we're giving it back to you, thousands and thousands of dollars each family. We gave it to you also. Remember, forgetting about prices, and I don't want to forget about it. I would never leave a sentence like that, because they'll say, he said forget about prices. I said,
Yeah, you caught yourself.
despite anything you see, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. We gave you something that nobody ever thought of. This was my idea. I said, give people a deduction if they buy a car only that's made in America. Give them a deduction. They go out, borrow money. They're allowed to get a deduction.
You extended the manufacturer's zero money down, no money for 3 years.
But this past filing season, 130,000.
You wrote that off for the lending companies, for the government, so they could give out more loans, because we're covering the interest. Every taxpayer is covering the interest.
Workers right here in Georgia saved an average of more than $7,000 on their taxes. And
It's funny that it's no matter where he goes, same number.
that's because of no tax on tips. We're building a tremendous military.
By the way, just saying, Venmo is technically a tip. I don't have a salary on this show at all. So for all practical purposes, super chats, Venmos, that kind of stuff. Oops, sorry. They're all. Why is it not coming up? There you go. That's a tip. There's no tax on that at all. So that's all I'm asking for. Just the tip. I'm okay. So if you feel like giving something, appreciate it. Just saying. Okay. Whoop. There we go. Oh, it's like both of these to close off. What happened? Now let's try it again. Thanks for the Venmos. Oh, it did go up. Hold on. There we go. I was worried about it for a second. That's it. Thank you. I don't know why that wasn't working for a moment, but I needed it.
Facility.
They need to tout everything they do for America. Yeah, he takes credit for everything, CSL. He just lies and says he did it.
The White House, it's a ballroom, but it's also a big military facility.
All right, so you're expanding the deep state. We get it.
A drone port on top. And
a drone port on top.
Tremendous things.
For food deliveries?
Underneath, and they've been working hard, a lot of overtime.
Not smart, but...
They work till 11 o'clock in the evening.
They work till 11,000 in the evening?
Almost every evening, 11:30.
Almost.
They get...
Was it personal that you tore down the East Wing because that's where the First Lady sleeps and she had to leave?
They're 6 o'clock in the morning.
Or that she did leave and you're like, oh yeah, well no, you'll never have a place to come back to. I'm turning it into a ballroom, you bitch.
Really working. And the other day I went over to him and I said, gather together. And I had, hundreds of workers, very big thing. It is beautiful. It's going to be incredible. It's an incredible project.
Yes, this dovetails right into affordability.
It's a contribution to the United States of America by very wealthy people and very wealthy companies that it cost this country. But what happened is I said to all the workers, it was a Sunday and they were working on a Sunday. Maybe they shouldn't. Maybe they should be in church. I don't know. I'll get them in trouble. But they were working on Sunday and I said...
Maybe some of them are Jewish. Maybe they're atheists. You weren't there. You weren't you were working on a Sunday.
Remember this, no tax on overtime, all the overtime they're making. And they gave me a big cheer. No tax on overtime.
Did you feel better after the big cheer?
As an example, 700,000 Georgia workers saved an average of over $3,000 thanks to no tax on overtime, and 500,000 Georgia seniors paid $0 on their Social Security benefits thanks to no tax on Social Security.
Sorry, 5,000 Georgians there are only 5,000 people in Georgia that are on Social Security?
But perhaps most consequential...
Wouldn't just all of them? Everybody on Social Security in the state wouldn't pay. I'm going to have to take a look at the fine print.
Of all is the provision that the great, big, beautiful bill that we're celebrating today, it's something that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Sorry, is it its birthday?
Because it takes care of our youth. It's called the Trump accounts, and it's hot as a pistol.
It's hot as a pistol. Here's your little card. Hold it up. All those kids behind you missed out, and that guy's about to yawn.
It's hot as a pistol.
He caught himself.
And under this groundbreaking new policy, every American child...
I'm assuming this pistol that you're speaking of has recently been fired?
...gets a tax-free investment savings account that can grow over the course of their childhood and be used for them when they reach 18 or 21.
Why would... They can use it at 18. Why would they have to wait till they're 21? Why not 19? Or 20 while you're at it? Since you can at 18, fuck is 21 have to do with it? Maybe if they want to spend it on liquor. That's maybe where he's going.
Parents, grandparents, employers, and loved ones can contribute up to $5,000 a year. And with the modest contribution, these accounts will reach hundreds of thousands of dollars for these young people by the time they get to, let's say 18, let's say 21. But by
Let's say 19. Let's say 19 and a half.
At the time, they're just young adults.
Maybe they're 24 and they forgot because they were baked out of their fucking skull.
They could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, most likely will be. And for decades, Washington politicians gave our children absolutely nothing but debt. But the Trump accounts were
Except when Biden tried to eliminate the student debt. But
finally seeing and ensuring that every
also, public education, school lunches, all that kind of stuff, public transportation,
young
all
American
the things that kids count on, getting a bus to school, all that stuff.
gets a great start in life and a really fair shot at the American dream, which is what we all want. They all aspire to that.
Especially the newborns.
And under the system, every newborn child gets $1,000
I think this is a TPUSA chapter, by the way, behind him.
deposited in their Trump account at birth. Think of that. From the United States government. Think of that. The government
Think of that. Wow, it's almost like a version of UBI because they're going to lose a bunch of jobs.
is finally giving money back to our children.
It doesn't take any money from our children.
You think that was easy to get from the Democrats? Not easy. Actually, they didn't vote for it. They didn't. I don't think we got one vote. We got a unanimous Republican vote. We didn't get any Democrat votes. I don't think.
You don't think? You didn't think you'll look it up beforehand or how'd that work out? You don't have any details on that? Hold on. I don't remember a vote on. Let's see. Okay, there's better. Okay. Oh, they didn't vote for the big BS bill, so that part was in there, right? That's why, because they didn't vote for the bill. So,
But they have a hard time justifying all of the things that they've done.
do they?
But the government
At least you and Epstein don't have a problem with that.
gives them $1,000 at birth, and from there it just goes up and up and up, and lots of
And then down, and then maybe up a little bit, and then who knows?
people, like the employers, can put money into their children's accounts of the employees. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm seeing it. And again, over 7 million, and it really just started, I would say, Scott, a few weeks ago, because it was all of the very complex legal governmental things were worked out about 3-4 weeks ago.
So it started being implemented 3 or 4 weeks ago. Also, it was a couple of months ago.
We have over 7 million people already, children already, so that's great. And
You mean just born?
I want to just tell you that generous individuals like Michael and Susan Dell,
You should buy their computer because I have a lot of their stock.
Brad Gerstner, and so many others have donated billions of dollars
From Brad Gerstner's rock concert, which was not as popular.
to fund Trump accounts for millions of children. Some people are going to take the children from states, the entire state. Like Gerstner is looking at the state of Indiana, where he
Okay.
contributes the money for
He's going to contribute to the children of the state of Indiana. Not he's going to take children from the state of... Oh, shit.
These are wealthy people. They've made a lot of money. They're putting it back. But Michael and Susan, they're two special, incredible people. As an example, donated $6,250 million into the accounts for youth. They gave them for youth.
Yeah, these are for babies.
Michael Dell, Susan Dell.
Are you upset that they didn't do one for old blubbery assholes?
$6,250 million. I have a friend, he gave $50 million. I said, that's peanuts. That's not even close to the $250 million that Michael Dell gave. I said,
Man, are you an asshole?
what are you doing? You can do better than that. But people are loving it.
Eric.
And you know what I say? Go out and buy a Dell computer, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned,
One moment, please. President Donald Trump's personal investment portfolio purchased between $1 and $5 million worth of Dell Technologies stock on February 10th of 2026. What an asshole.
That's great stuff.
Yeah, what do you like about it? Is it the processor? Is it the screen? Do they have those touch OLED screens, or is there a good tactile feel from the keys?
And the Trump Accounts app, for those that want, is now the #1 app in all of America. Isn't that nice for our youth?
That's ridiculous.
People are doing it.
No, it is not. The Trump Accounts app is not the #1 app in the country. On any platform, what are you talking about?
Just caught on. In the past 18 days, nearly $1.5 billion have been deposited into the Trump accounts. Think of that. The money is pouring in. And it's for children and all sorts of advantages and tax advantages for the people that do it and make this investment in our future, because it's really an investment in our future.
Yes, I believe children are our future. Actually, I take that back. Children are our present, and then they become adults. So adults are our future.
All you have to do is go to trumpaccounts.gov, trumpaccounts.gov, and sign your child up for a free investment account today, and the child gets $1,000 from the
and it gets tracked its entire life.
Government. You think that was easy to do? That wasn't easy to do. Tell the Democrats you're giving everybody $1,000.
First of all, what are you talking about? If it's private investment and you're setting the thing up, why? You think that was what stopped them? You don't think the $5 trillion rise in the debt ceiling might have been the reason they didn't vote for the big BS bill?
But we're pleased to be joined by some of those incredible Georgia families benefiting from the Trump accounts, including Cole and Allison Loden and their 3-year-old beautiful child Ray, their 2-year-old Rex, and 3-month-old daughter Ren. And Cole and Allison met at Kennesaw State University, where he played football, and he was a cheerleader.
And the father's Stimpy.
And a respected guy, good student. Now Cole is a project manager helping build data centers, and just this past April, they became the first.
And, well, so he's helping to build them. Is he going to get to work there once they're built, or?
Home buyers. Cole and Allison bought their first home. So I just want to come up here for a second, Cole and Allison. Come up, say a few words, wherever you may be. Where are you? Come on up. Come on. Don't worry about Secret Service. We've had people come up. One of them almost got beat up, and all they did was, I said, come on up. And they,
what? Were they going to punch a mom and a baby?
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
Don't punch the baby, Secret Service. That's orders from the president.
That's so nice.
It is so nice when the people you invite on stage that's totally planned actually get to.
Be careful. You can't fall like Sleepy Joe. You can't. Come on, say something. Come on, please. How are you?
Thank you, Mr. President, and the White House staff for allowing my family to be a part of this special
You like gladiator movies?
event. It is truly an honor.
I said gladiator, didn't I? You like gladiator movies? You ever seen a grown man naked? You like boxing movies?
Thank you, Mr. President, and your administration for the hard work and commitment that that made the Trump account possible. As a father,
It's a baby coupon. Okay.
It's beautiful. Also with us are Dean and Gabrielle Fungawing and their 4 children.
Are who? Sorry? Wait, what?
Also with us are Dean and Gabrielle Fungawing.
Fungawing. I'm gonna need to see the spelling on that one.
And their 4 children, Elise, Jude, Isaiah, and Talia, who also have been very proudly members of the Trump accounts. And Dean and Gabrielle are both entrepreneurs who believe in teaching their children the importance of self-reliance. And it's happening. You know, people are watching the market now. They're watching how are the stocks doing, how's it going. And
yeah, how is the sock doing?
You know, people are watching the market now. They're watching how are the stocks doing, how's it going.
Yeah, how are the... Does anybody know? You know what? I blame myself for not paying as much attention. How are the stocks doing?
It's happening. You know, people are watching the market now. They're watching how are the stocks doing, how's it going.
Yeah. How are the stocks doing?
Only going up, it looks
What the socks say.
like, and we're going to keep it that way. So Dean and Gabrielle, come on up for a second, please.
You guys, I don't give a shit if you get punched in the face by the Secret Service, I guess.
Story begin 9. We were science, repair, and service. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you
I don't make fun of the average people that they bring up. I just don't do it.
all. Appreciate it. But while our administration is lifting up the next generation with the power of freedom and American capitalism, proven all over the world when it's done right. It's not always done right, but when it's done right, there's nothing like it. The radical left is actively trying to destroy our children's future with the disaster known as communism.
That'll be the big seller. Here we go. Communism. If you weren't scared by transgender mutilations for everyone, get ready.
It's communism.
It's so It's communism. Boo.
This isn't the social democrat. These are communists.
This is the social democrat. First of all, they call themselves democratic socialists, which would actually give you more ammo to talk about. Social democrats are what you have in Norway, and that's just their priorities as far as safety net for people.
By another name, right?
Right? Except no.
As I said in my recent address at Mount Rushmore recently, I don't know if any...
Your recent address at Mount Rushmore recently? When was that?
As I said in my recent address at Mount Rushmore recently, I don't know
Recently said this recently?
if anybody saw it's such a beautiful place.
No. How recent are we talking recently?
You know, the communists want to take it down. They try taking Mount Rushmore down. They want to blow
What?
it up. They want to take it down. They shouldn't be up there. These people are crazy.
Try harder?
But communism is, in my opinion, communism is the single greatest threat to our country and its history, including even World War I and World War II, Pearl Harbor, 9/11. I think it's the greatest threat that I've ever seen to our country. These people are stone cold crazy.
Sorry. So, four Democratic Socialists in New York, in Manhattan and the Bronx, and somebody in Denver is the greatest threat to the country since the Nazis and Stalin, the Nazis twice, technically, and a jihad against the country that resulted in the war on terror. It sounds like you're going to start killing people, door to door, street to street.
And it is the enemy of the free people everywhere and everywhere in the world. You see
The free people, I've seen those. They tend to not wear a lot of pants.
it happening, and every time it starts to happen,
'Cause I'm free. Free balling. Sorry.
the areas where it's at, whether it's blue states, you see the blue states are all to happen. The areas where it's at, whether it's
The areas where it's at.
blue states, you see the blue states are all going bad. They're
Are they?
all going bad because communism is a loser. The concept, the policy, it's a loser, and it always has been, and it always will be.
Well, then I guess you got nothing to worry about, right? You could tell he doesn't think communism is a good sell. It sounds like 80s bullshit, and he knows it. And, the modern red threat from Russia is a lot more violent, and it's gangster crony capitalism, and he knows it. Because they're his friends.
And they want to give everyone everything away. You want free rent, you want free house, what they don't say is in a year from now, there'll be absolute squalor, turmoil, and death. And that's the way it's
In a year. So you give away free houses, and in a year it's squalor, turmoil, and death. You're not going to give it. You're not going to give it at least 3 years to break down in a year.
And all the way, it goes back thousands of years.
Yes, communism's been around for thousands of years. Oh, these communists from Persia, the communists that organized the slaves that built the pyramids, and that's why we don't have any pyramids. After a while, they all went on strike.
By different names.
Right. I've got so many names.
But that's the way it happens all
It's a terrible Pacino, but I don't care.
the time. It's squalor. It's poverty.
Squalor and poverty, man. At the same time, shit.
It's death. It's destruction.
Wow, that seems at least they're keeping active, I guess.
And that's why we declare again today that the United States of America will never be a communist country.
Really awesome. So declared. I like the girl like holding her phone and slapping her hand like a harbor seal. Are they chanting DSA? I guess they're gonna try and fucking jumpstart this, man. I gotta tell you, this is a little bit like truck stop Viagra. You know, I'm guessing it doesn't work as good as the real thing, and there are probably some side effects you might want to pay attention to.
Thank you. You know, remember during the State of the Union, I said that this country will never be a socialist country, remember?
I was listening to come to.
And I was right. They skipped socialism. They went right to communism. Georgia's a state that believes in common sense, and yet your terrible senator, John Ossoff, he's terrible. And the Democrats in Congress are voting with the communists every single time. They're afraid of the communists. You look
Are they?
at it. Now, I fought Ossoff before, as you know, and we won. We had a great success against this guy.
No, you didn't. He got
He
elected.
reminds me of Pinky Herman. Did you ever see Pinky Herman?
Oh yeah, Pinky. Sure, he was Pee Wee's brother. Sorry, Pinky Herman.
This guy, he reminds me of Pinky Herman. Did you ever see Pinky Herman?
No. I gotta say, I've never seen Pinky Herman. Is that from the 30s?
John Ossoff and the
Pinky Herman.
Congressional Democrats voted against securing our border. They voted against our massive tax cuts
They're laughing at him saying Pinky.
that you have. They voted against the Trump accounts for your children. They want to raise your taxes by a lot, not lower them. We lowered your
Boring.
taxes. We gave you the greatest tax cut in the
Boring.
history of our country twice
Same
now.
shit, boring.
And
Pinky Herman. I would rather watch Pinky Herman.
What do you want to do today, brain?
That's close, right? Same thing we do every day, Pee-wee. Try and take over the world.
and they want to raise your taxes substantially. You know, I've been watching politics.
You know what? Have you ever seen Pee-wee Tuscadero? She was the... Never mind.
Involved in politics and the other side, you know, for a long time. I've always found it interesting, fascinating, important. But I've never
Until you started doing it.
seen people say, ever, it's always politicians. I've watched great politicians. We will lower your taxes. They will always say, we will, even if they didn't mean it. They'd say, we will lower your taxes.
And you're faulting the Democrats for telling the truth?
These people say, we're going to raise your taxes. I've never
To pay off the debt, shithead.
heard it before. It's a new phenomena. It's a phenomenon.
Do 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 do. Huh? Phenomenon.
I've never heard it before. It's a new phenomena. It's a phenomenon. They voted against no tax on tips. They voted against
no tax on overtime. No tax on
overtime. They voted against no tax on Social Security for the seniors. They voted against voter ID. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, it's a poll tax.
Well, you saw what happened. They caught thousands of votes in New Jersey where illegal aliens were allowed to vote. Thousands and thousands of votes. They voted in favor of the transgender mutilization of your children.
The immigrants did? Sorry, a bunch of Catholics from South America voted for transgender mutilizations?
And in favor of men playing in women's sports. Isn't that lovely?
Lovely.
They voted against lower energy prices, lower car prices, and bigger paychecks for everyone.
That was in the bill? Bigger paychecks for everyone? So the federal government's just going to take over every business in the country and start deciding who gets paid?
They voted against every one of these things.
Sounds like communism.
John Ossoff and the Democrat communists want to let the Marxists into power, bankrupt your families, and leave you totally undefended with wide open borders. But we will not let that happen to our country. We're not going to let it happen.
No, it's underlined. I saw it in the thing.
Right?
Maybe.
So it's a very appropriate thing because I watch this man run and he's really phenomenal, actually. Because I like the other side, too. I was a big fan of the other side, too. Two good men, frankly, but I watched him
What are you talking about? I guess the primary?
run, and it was amazing what he was able to do.
Maybe tell everybody what the fuck you're talking about and who?
Very, very successful guy, and he decided he wanted to be governor because he thought he could do some really incredible things for this state, more so than have been done. And I'm very pleased to be joined today by a true champion for the people. He just won, Georgia business leader Rick Jackson.
Oh, so it's his
who
campaign.
I'm told has a big announcement to make. I don't know what this is. Come on up here, Rick.
Well, thank you. Mr. President, what you're doing on the Trump accounts
It's a shame Fred Willard isn't around to play him.
for foster children will, change
Sorry, what business was he in? Televangelism and hairstyles to accompany them?
lives. I know because I said earlier that it changed my life when I got a $100 Christmas gift in an orphanage. That's why here in Georgia we should not stop with $1,000. I want to announce when I become governor, I'm going to push the state of Georgia to match the federal contribution with another $1,000.
Yeah, again, now you're for redistribution of wealth?
And I believe our legislature will approve that. If they don't, I will personally donate it myself.
Ooh, ooh, he must have real money instead of my fake meme coin money.
Mr. President, you're fighting for Georgians every day for the state and what you're doing to lower costs. Media does not report this, but every day President Trump is bringing an unbelievable amount of business solutions to government. Let me give you an example.
Let's hear it.
Not long ago, I was meeting with Susie Wiles, who, in my opinion, is the best chief of staff in the modern history.
Define modern.
We were talking about America's antibiotics supply chain. And I told her we bought this last American plant in the United States in 21 because I didn't want China to leverage it on our president for trade. I told Susie something that every family should know. We produce one dose of amoxicillin for 7 cents. By the time it goes through all the middlemen, you pay $1. Susie looked at me and said, well, have you heard about Trump RX? And I said, she said, we're announcing it tomorrow to sell directly to from the manufacturer to the consumer. That's a business solution. That really brings down costs. When we bought this manufacturer of antibiotics, we wanted to change the name to U.S. Antibiotics, which I thought was a good name. So
yeah, let's get abundantly clear what's actually happening, what he's talking about. This is a state government with federal funding purchasing a manufacturing plant for a necessary good and producing it. Communism. But okay.
The Biden administration, 7 months to approve our bottle logo where it had been for the entire 35 years. Then, last summer, we wanted to bring out for our kids amoxicillin extended release. Under the Trump administration, we applied to have a new drug that hadn't been here in 25 years. Under his administration, it was approved in 60 days.
Hold on. It's fascinating. They're trying to make it look like a big deal for that 7-month period for the new label, I guess, under the Biden administration. So they could check and see if you were lying, I guess. And also the extended release aspect of it, you could clear in 60 days. It already exists. It's already a thing. So as long as it's the same substance and you produce it and you've produced it before, so you've obviously got all the permits and it's clean in the factory and all that shit, who cares?
60 days.
Seems a little long, actually. I was using a diamond sander on concrete, and I was like, I'll hit a couple of spots without my mask on because I just gotta hit it. And then I literally like I can feel the dust in my lungs and in my throat and in my nose.
So, Mr. President, thanks for what you're doing. I wish the fake news would report all these great business things that you're doing, but that's what I'm going to be doing in Georgia. I'm going to bring business solutions to solve real problems. The other side talks about affordability.
They have a Republican governor, by the way. He came down here to make sure that a Republican governor wins in a state that already had a Republican governor that he attacked all the time.
As if that's a solution. Affordability is not a political problem. Affordability is a business problem.
Excuse me, affordability is a hoax. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but according to Trump, it's a word the Democrats made up, and it's a hoax.
Business solutions, just like this man's been doing all his life.
Oh, you mean sponging off debt and leveraging things that aren't of value against other things?
My opponent wants to cut down businesses and cancel them just because I visited a restaurant. Well, that's just wrong. We are not going to do that, and I'm going to make sure that...
Sorry. I assume the Democrat running for governor in the state wants to shut down a restaurant because you visited it? I just want to hear that again. Hold on.
My opponent wants to cut down businesses and cancel them just because I visited a restaurant. Well, that's just wrong. We are not going to do that. And I'm going to make sure that Georgia is the best place to do business. And
yeah.
This is some bullshit.
No.
We see through it.
They're not going to shut down or cancel any restaurant you eat at, you dipshit.
Can't undo it.
Uh-oh. We're 30 away from 92K. 30 people could subscribe in the next little bit. I think that could happen. I think we could do that, right? If 30 people that aren't subscribed hit subscribe, we could hit the 92K mark by the end of the show for sure. Come on. Come on. You can do it. All right. I'm getting so bored with him, by the way. He's almost done.
Affordability to...
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's the Republican National Committee and the Republican Governors Association putting together this event for that guy. And Trump just came down to sponge off of it.
Wow. He's going to be a great governor. He
Wow.
will be great. Thank you very much, Rick. We also have some true warriors with us, including State Senator Brian Strickland, who is
Oh, he's getting the phlegm again.
running for the job of Attorney General. That's an important one. Well, get out and vote, and he's going to be fantastic. You have my complete and total endorsement, as you know, okay?
That's right. And he's got a great record with attorney generals and heads of the DOJ.
We're going to be appointing very pro-crime judges. And State Senator Greg Doswell, and that he is...
Jesus Christ, he almost choked on that one. Shit. Doswell.
And State Senator Greg Doswell, and that...
Ugh, that was nasty. Doswell. I swallowed a bug.
And State Senator Greg Doswell, and that he is a fantastic guy who's, as you know, running for lieutenant governor along with Rick. That's a pretty good... Where are you? There you are. Where are you? Oh, what a man he is. You have my complete endorsement. You know that. You had it before, but you have it now. Okay?
What is this, dick out? What a man. That's why I'm endorsing him, because he's a man's man. And by man's man, I mean... All right.
Great luck. You won't need it. Yeah, everybody.
Great luck.
It is luck, but you're not going to need that much. Very talented people.
Yeah, about 20% of the normal amount of luck people
need
need.
luck too, but they don't need it that much. And State Representative Tim Fleming, who is running for Georgia Secretary of State. And they all have my complete and total endorsement. They're
Sorry, and total?
Secretary of State. And they all have my complete and total endorsement. They're
A turtle. Oh, you got a turtle endorsement. Oh, so you and Mitch McConnell, but you're, because he can't be there, obviously. So you're endorsing them in Mitch McConnell's stead.
Secretary of State. And they all have my complete and total endorsement.
Hello. Somebody called Doc Adam immediately. Hello.
They're incredible people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. I heard you had a great win. We also have State Representative Houston Gaines with
Representative?
a great win. We also have State Representative Houston.
State Representative. We're past sundown, aren't we?
Gaines with us, who's a fantastic person. And he's running for Congress. And you already have my endorsement, and you already won your primary in record numbers, and now you have to go and beat a Democrat. Good luck. We'll be helping you, okay? Good luck. I want to thank his...
Here's some parting gifts.
Well, he was here. I didn't know he was going to be here. Treasury Secretary. I think he's going to go down as the best ever. Scott Bessent.
You didn't know... You talked to him earlier. You didn't know he was going to be here, and... You said hi. By the way, no one thinks he's going to go down as the best Treasury Secretary ever. Or like Trump thinks so because he put his signature on the $100 bill when he's not supposed to, and he made a coin for him. Whee! I get a trinket.
That's good, Scott. Don't make him too popular. I won't like him anymore.
You think he's kidding?
That's very good. Secretary of Education, a woman who's absolutely incredible. She's moving education back to the states.
Yes, by destroying the very thing she was put in charge of.
Linda McMahon. And she's phenomenal.
Also, how? What has she done at all? Like, she was going to dismantle it within a week. Nothing. Nothing.
She's
Absolutely
getting it
nothing.
back to the States so the parents can run the education. And I met your school board people. They
If you want to run the education, then homeschool your fucking kid.
were really great people, but you know, they want to work with the parents, and that's what we're doing. And Linda, you are doing some great job. She's moving it back. Not easy. Not easy.
Not happening.
That's years and years of turmoil that went trying to do it. She just gets it done, this woman.
That went trying to do it. That years and years of turmoil that went trying to do it.
Years of turmoil that went trying to do it. She just gets it.
That went trying to do. I don't even know that do it got out. I'm not sure why, if I can give him credit for even the two words do it.
Years and years of turmoil that went trying to do it. She just gets it done. This woman is incredible. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Another great person, a great administrator, a woman who's really smart. Everybody loves her. Everybody respects her. And she runs a thing called small business, but small business, when you add it all up, is probably bigger than any bank in the world, right? Kelly Loeffler, and you're here with Jeff. Jeff, stand up.
He is standing up. She's just really tall.
Thank you. Great job, Kel. Treasurer of the United States, a man who was a senator here, and he was so ahead of everybody. He was so great. I said, "You want to be treasurer?" And he said, "I'd like to be treasurer. That'd be good." He's a great man. He's a person that loves Georgia like a lot.
Like a lot. Like a lot. Like too much.
And it was not easy for him to take the other job, but he gets here. I'm sure he gets here plenty, but he loves Georgia. Brandon Beach. Brandon. Cobb County School Superintendent Chris Ragsdale with a beautiful family.
Get
With a
over
beautiful
yourself.
family. And we have a man named Ralph Reed. Have you heard of Ralph Reed?
Is anyone new?
And we have a man named Ralph Reed. Have you heard?
Has anyone? So has anyone? That's the man, Ralph Reed. Has anyone?
And we
Has anyone cinnamon?
have a man named Ralph Reed. Have you
Has anyone?
heard of Ralph Reed?
I don't know that I had them. I don't even know if I want to have them.
And we have a man named Ralph Reed. Have
Has anyone?
you heard of Ralph Reed? Ralph? He is a man that, with his group, a great religious leader, maybe the greatest religious leader, but with his group, is it 10 million doorbells you hit? And this was certified stuff. 10 million doorbells. He pressed 10, not personally, but he pressed a lot of them himself.
Yeah, we get the idea.
And they wanted to make sure we had a big victory it's almost a couple of years ago, 18
Almost.
months. And I just want to thank Ralph Reed. Thank you very much, Ralph. Thank you. Great job.
Great job being the beta model of Mike Johnson.
Great leader. And one of the best lawyers in the country, a friend of mine. He's really incredible, and he's really based out of Georgia. He spends a lot of his time
Lynn Wood.
in Atlanta. David Schoen. Where's David?
No, I thought he's not going to whip out Lynn Wood. That's just rude. Where's Sidney Powell?
There's David. Hi, David. He's a great lawyer. You got
I don't care.
a problem, go to David. Thank you, David. And Alveda King. So Alveda was with me from day one. Where's Alveda?
Oh, there's the guy in the build-a-wall suit. He must feel a right jackass for going with bricks instead of stripes.
Was with me.
Because the slat fit. Never mind.
She was with me from day one when it was not at all fashionable.
Still isn't.
She was taking more grief, Alveda, but she knew what she was doing, and now.
Did he just call her Velveeta?
She was taking more grief, Alveda, but she knew what she was doing, and now she's like the queen of the world, right? Look at her. Thank you. Thank you, darling. We appreciated it. You always like those people when it wasn't fashionable, like Front Row Joe's. It wasn't fashionable, like the ladies from North Carolina, which
South.
maybe it wasn't fashionable. Well, they had a good time at least. But these are great people. Thank you all. Thank you all. Great group. And you guys get yourselves elected, please.
Please. I don't want to have to do it.
I also want to thank a man who had to stay back in Washington to vote for Making America Great Again. Maybe the most important man in this room right now is not here. His name is Mike Collins, and he's going to beat Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, if you fixed it. Yeah. Also, do you think Pee Wee Herman's a slam? You just thanked Ralph Reed. Like, Ralph Reed makes Pee Wee Herman look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And the reason he's not here is me. He wanted to be here. He wanted to be. They wanted to change.
He can't stand you, or his wife travels with him, and he doesn't trust you to not grab her by the privates.
I said, don't change. Mike's not here, and it is my fault because we have a very big vote coming up on the military, farming, and other important things in a little while. It's going to be a little while, and I got to have Mike in Congress because.
If it's in a little while, why can't... It's not today.
He's like maybe the most, but certainly one of the most highly respected congressmen, Republican or Democrat, in Washington. Mike Collins is an amazingly respected man. He got the look. He's got the whole deal.
He's got the look? Must have took a whole hour just to make up his face. The look. Yeah.
And I said, Mike, I'm sort of here because of you. I said, Mike, if you're here, I'm going to be extremely upset with you because he has to vote. And, you know, it's razor thin. We lose all the Democrat
yeah. So is this the world's first razor thin mandate?
Votes on all these things. Think of it, tax cuts, biggest tax cuts in history they vote against. They vote against everything. Because you know why? They have Trump derangement syndrome, that's why. But I hope you're going to...
Well, maybe you should step down and let other people do it, and maybe it'll just pass. Maybe that for the good of the country, you know? Maybe if they love all this stuff and they're just not voting because it's you, the most, like, what a great act of patriotism if you just stepped down. If they just have TDS and that's why they're not voting, I think we found a solution. Shit. Just quit. We should have T-shirts when show up at his rallies and say, "Shit, just quit."
For Mike, and you've got to vote for him because he's running against. I call him Pee Wee Herman. He's Pee Wee Herman lookalike. You know.
Yeah, the kids behind you don't know who that is.
I don't know. People don't know this, but I beat him once before as a congressional candidate. Does anybody know that? He ran for Congress a number of years ago. I got involved in the race at the request of a friend of mine from Georgia because they didn't like him, and he was easily winning. He was winning by 25 points, and there were 5 people in the race, and he was way up. He was above 50. If you get above 50, you get it. And I backed a person, Karen, you probably remember. Didn't know her at all, but I thought anybody would be better than
we all know Karen.
This guy.
Believe me.
And he went from 70 to, believe it or not, 49.9. And that meant he was now in a runoff. So he thought he had it made. And he was in a runoff. And I got involved a little bit. I came here twice. I did a couple of rallies. And she ended up winning the race. He lost. But I have to hand it to him because instead of being a congressman, he later on became a senator.
Yeah, I guess so.
If he was a congressman, he probably wouldn't have run. Who knows? I gave him a little credit for that.
Oh, I see. So you fucked up, I guess?
But he was easy.
Maybe you shouldn't have messed around in it. You might have a Republican senator right now.
Beat.
Genius.
He wasn't. I can't believe that he's a senator and he's not respected at all in Washington. You don't even hear his name mentioned. You don't hear his name mentioned. I mean, I hear all the names. I hear all the bad ones and the good ones.
Oh, yeah? Who else do you hear?
Hear them all. But
yeah, like who? Just like whip off a couple that aren't the top of the line. Not Thune and Schumer and McConnell and Lindsey Graham because he just died. No personal friends. If you get past like 8. Give me the 9th and 10th, then we'll be impressed.
His name mentioned, he's not even a factor.
He's too busy working.
But you have a guy that is the most respected, just about one of the most respected people in Mike Collins, and I hope you're able to go out and really cast your vote for him. He will bring so much. They call it pork, we call it money, but he'll bring a lot of action back to your
He's going to bring a lot of pork back to the state, so that you're just buying votes with federal funding at this point. Income redistribution, you know.
He's a great guy, and he loves
Take from the blue states, give it to Georgia.
his state, and he's worked hard. He's got the whole package. Mike
Will you stop talking about his package? It's odd.
Collins, vote for Mike.
This speech is exciting. That's one. There was another one at this, like right over here behind his elbow.
And he's hard at work. He's hard at work right now in Washington. And last but not least, we have the
Thank God. Please end.
CEO of. So I like baseball. I like baseball. But this guy's done such a great job. You know, the Mets have the highest salary in baseball, and they lose all the time. I'm trying to. And I say, maybe we could steal this guy. But the team, the way the Atlanta Braves has been managed for years, right? For years and years. And he's the CEO of the Atlanta Braves, Mike Plant. He's been, you know, you don't realize how good he is, you know? When you have one of these guys.
You mean like Ossoff?
There are teams like that, you know, where they never go down. Then you have other teams, we're rebuilding. They've been rebuilding for years. I don't want to mention teams because I know all the owners are all friends of mine. I get myself in trouble. But they're always rebuilding. We're rebuilding. This guy never rebuilds. He just stays at the top. He's amazing. And then he loses the best player. He loses a great first baseman. I would say great first baseman. And they keep going along. And they get things for the first baseman. And he was really good. Dodger.
Sir, what? Hold on. I'm trying to.
He never rebuilds. He just stays at the top. He's amazing. And then he loses the best player. He loses a great first baseman. I would say great first baseman. And they keep going along. And they get things for the first baseman. And he was really good. Dodgers got him. But I watched the Braves for years, and they've done such a great job. So along with...
Did he just watch Moneyball on the flight over?
One of the best managers in baseball, Braves legend, Brian Snitker.
Yeah, that's a hard one to squeeze out of your face.
Snitker, who was recently inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Brian, both of you come up. Would you both come up? Come on up here. They deserve a little credit. They say you're not allowed to do that. Do it.
Thank you, Mr. President. Braves country is a real thing. Micah 50th until I give him.
Mr. President, I just want to say when you're done throwing four-seam fastballs for the United States of America, come back and do it for the Atlanta Braves. Thank you.
Yeah, he should take up pro ball after this is over. Oh, we're 20 away from 92K right now?
That's a great team. Those two are a great team. No, it's true. You watch you suffer with these teams for years and years. And these guys, every year, they have a great team. So that's called talent. Some people have it, some people don't. Most people don't. But under the
fuck you.
The Trump administration, Georgia is prospering.
Welcome to America. Most people don't have talent. You should just expect to just drag ass for the rest of your life.
Again, and America's winning again.
Pick up a shovel, dickhead.
And because we finally have a president who puts America first. We put America first. And I'm so proud of it, under my most favored nation, if you look at our policy on drugs, we have a most favored nation policy, meaning of all the nations in the world, we have to get the most favored price. And it wasn't easy, and I'm not going to bore you by saying I had to get other nations to approve it.
And you didn't.
And I did threaten them with tariffs if they didn't approve it.
And all your tariffs went away, so none of it worked.
And I threatened the drug companies. I threatened everybody to get this
and nothing happened.
done. And no other president even tried because they said it was impossible to do. But we're delivering the largest prescription drug price cuts in history by a difference of the largest prescription drug price cuts in
I don't know why he's twitching at prescription.
history by a difference of 400, 500, and 600% reduction.
You can't reduce something 600%, asshole.
So for decades, Americans paid the highest price for prescription drugs anywhere in the world. We were the highest price anywhere in the world, and now we're paying the lowest price anywhere in the world, and that
Right, but we also have certain drugs that are available only here, and it takes a while for them to get approved over there. And the stuff that's approved in other countries, when it works its way through the system over there, is already automatically cheaper because of the system they have in place internally. So we get a cancer treatment that breaks through over here. It's not approved anywhere else. Other countries haven't taken it up or started using it. So people get it over here, and it jacks the price for everything else or makes it look higher because of it.
huge impact on your healthcare costs, on everything. I'm very proud
On everything.
of it. Everybody said it couldn't be done. No other president even
It hasn't been done. It has not been done.
tried it. Because you had to get the drug companies, which is tough, but then you had to get the other nations to
No, you didn't. You just used defense money from your $1 trillion military budget to pre-buy 3 years worth of insulin and other shit.
approve it, which is even tougher.
You bought in bulk, which is exactly what maggots and America Firsters and Republicans have been fighting against forever.
So all you have to do now is go to TrumpRx.gov, and you're going to get drugs for prices that you never believed. I mean, prices.
You're right, because you'd go, oh shit, I can't believe it. These are the same prices on GoodRx,
Where they're
except they don't have generics on everything.
80%, 70%, 60%, 90% in one case I saw, lower. So go there and just get your drugs, and
Yeah, just get your drugs.
at a minimum price them out and go to your store and see if they can match it, but I don't think anybody's going to match them.
See if they can match it. And by the way, you print out a coupon.
It's been amazing. Think of it. We went from the highest price 1 year ago, the highest price drugs anywhere in the world, like the fat drug. It cost, think of it. Think of it. It cost $1,400 in New York, and in London it was $87. Okay, I told you I have a friend of mine. He's
And then the price went down with adoption.
fat as you never saw a guy like this. He's a very
And it doesn't cost that in England. You pay the copay.
smart guy. He's a
The state picks up the rest.
Scott knows him very well. He's a great businessman, but highly neurotic, always eating. Eating, he does two things. He eats and he makes deals.
So is that man in the room with us right now?
And the eating he's not good at, other than quantity. But the making deals, he's very good. But he called me up because, I buy this fat drug. And now he calls me Mr. President. He used to call me Donnie. Donnie, I buy this fat drug. And in New York, I pay $1,400. And in London, I just paid $87. They say, you're so rich, how do you even know? He said, I don't know, my people told me that. And so he said, I went out and I had it checked. And it was from the same exact company, the same plant. It was actually made in the United States, the same everything. He said, what the hell kind of a deal? I'm paying like almost 10 times as much. I said, that's the system. But it really awoke in me, and I said, I got to do something about it, because he's right. A pill that will sell for $10 in London or in Munich, $10, is selling for $100 or $120 for a pill.
This is the price of Ozempic. Just for the last 4 years. Since 3 years since it existed. Yeah. It's dropped down to $349, which is the self-paid direct discount price. The official list price has stayed the same at $1,027. I'm assuming that dose is the standard syringe of it. What is it? The 3-year price trajectory. Let's see, late 2025. Facing massive political pressure and corporate competition, Novo Nordisk slashed direct-to-consumer and self-paying costs in November of 2025. Standard self-pay practices for 0.25 and 0.50 0.5 and 1 milligram doses dropped to $349 per month. The heavy 2 milligram dose is $499. The price is stabilized at $1,027. Cash outlays are $349. Eligible commercially insured patients pay as little as $25 using manufacturer copay coupons. Yeah.
In New York City or in Chicago, Los Angeles, or any other place. And I said, we got to do it. It's unfair. And I called up the drug companies, and they fought me, and then they said, you're right. You know, they had all sorts of excuses. Well, we have to do research. I said, well, you're doing research for other countries too, right? So they finally gave in under very, very tough time for them. And then they said, and they gave in because they never thought I'd get the countries to do it. And I called up France. I started with Emmanuel Macron. I said, Emmanuel.
Oh, God. No, Donald, you cannot, no.
You must raise your drug price. Oh, Donald, why would I do that? Because we're paying too high, and you're paying too low, and we're going to meet somewhere in the middle. No, Donald.
Hold on. What the fuck are you talking about? They don't make Ozempic. They don't make these drugs. What do you mean you're going to cut your price?
Do that, yes, you will. No, I won't, Donald. I will not do that, Donald. He said, yes, you will. And then finally he said, no. I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a 200% tariff on every bottle of wine and champagne coming out of France. And he said,
never happened.
Scott was there, and he said, Donald, it would be my honor to do that. And we got France, and we got all of them the same way. It's too complicated. But we got it, and now we have favored nations, and we pay the lowest prices anywhere in the world from the highest prices. And that alone should win us the midterms, but it's not going to be that easy with the
because of the war and affordability,
cheating and everything else.
The cheating
goes on. So make it
How'd you get elected?
Too big to rig. Remember my statement? Too big to rig. Make it too big to rig, and watch those machines. Every day we're liberating our communities from the scourge of migrant crime in nearby Clayton County.
Scourge.
County, Georgia, federal law enforcement.
It's pronounced scourge.
Recently charged an illegal alien murder from Mexico who shot a man in the torso and then shot another twice in the heart and the head. In both.
The heart is in the torso, I'm just saying.
County, ICE arrested an illegal alien.
Who were the people that the shot? I guess if they were illegal, you don't care.
Who sexually assaulted an 11-year-old girl and held her 10-year-old sister at knife point for 1 week. John Ossoff and the Democrat communities, they voted to defund ICE and leave Georgia families at the mercy of the monstrous criminals that we're getting out of here. We're getting them out at records.
I guess late 80s kind of tough on crime language. Is this what we're going back to? That and communism. I mean, you might as well do the whole package.
Speed. And by the way, we always stand with the heroes, the patriots of ICE and Border Patrol. Always.
Well, you know, except when they weren't being paid while they were being forced to do Operation Lone Star, and a bunch of them committed suicide because they were forcibly pulled away from their work or from their homes to go do work that they didn't want to do, and there was nothing to do out there, and then they lost their businesses and stuff because these guys were like temp workers in this.
They take such abuse and they do their job. And our strong borders are really, it's a policy of helping to bring down the cost of living. It really is. It's under Biden, over 60% of the increase in housing rental. The rental cost demand came from the flood of illegal aliens coming into our country. The government would pay
60% of the rental costs. Oh no, that was 30% actually, was immigration taking up space, and then that went down. It was a spike for 2 years, like everything else after COVID, and then it went down. Right.
Thousands of dollars a month for apartments for illegal aliens, but for our warriors, for our ex-servicemen, for people that served in our military for
what's that word?
20 years. And
you mean veterans?
25 years. And then they couldn't get into an apartment. They were living in the street. They didn't do anything. But they took care of illegal aliens, paying thousands of dollars a month in some of the most luxurious hotels in the country.
gibberish during COVID that the government paid to keep those hotels and open by putting people in them. Because what were people going to do during COVID? Travel to New York and stay in a hotel? Do you understand why they were going under? This was a government subsidy for all these properties.
It's crazy what they were doing. It's crazy.
You did it during your term.
But thanks to our policies, the cost of rent is now down by more than 10% in a short period. And the Atlanta area, compared to the peak of the border invasion, I mean, these people were occupying all the apartments that the government was paying, and they were never going to be great. They were never going to be, remember the word I made up, the caravans. They came in thousands and thousands came by caravan, and many murders were in these caravans. To stop the massive theft of taxpayer dollars, including by the millions and millions, we have launched the war on fraud, led by Vice President J.D. Vance. He's doing a great job.
Nationwide, there's a roughly 1.5% year over year rents have gone down, like across the country. Let's see. The median rents are declining 103% year over year. In the city of Las Vegas, it's better. And just another nope. Okay.
We ended Medicaid for illegal immigrants, and we redirected $50 billion to make the largest investment in rural health.
By the way, they also just shut down the temporary anti-COVID measures, is what that was for.
In the history of our country, you get
because we're not in COVID
getting
anymore.
hospitals built in areas just like this that the Democrats would never do it. Number one, they said that's Trump country. We're not going to do anything. They wouldn't spend because we did. We got tremendous votes. In your whole state, we got tremendous. We won in a landslide. In just 18 months, we've turned this country around like nobody's ever seen before.
Yes, the turning around like no one's ever seen before by not turning around at all.
Boy, think of it. Our border is secure.
Hold on. Our border. He's having trouble with
nobody's
O's.
ever seen before. Boy, think of it. Our
Our
border is secure. Jobs are up. Inflation is way down. Factories are opening. Investment is pouring.
Invasion is pouring in.
Into our country. I told you, $19.2 trillion. Our military is more powerful than it has ever been before by far. You see that?
Yes, thank you, living in current reality.
Venezuela, Iran. America is back. It's stronger than ever before. And
please finish up.
I'm telling you, it's only going one way. It's going up. As long as we keep our current thinking, our current system, it's going up. If you go the other way, nothing.
He means communism, I think.
Ever succeeds. I made the statement once, with communism, everything turns to shit, okay? It's true. Terrible thing.
Well said. Amazingly poetic. Also applied to you a lot. Everything Trump touches dies. Everything Trump touches turns to shit.
It's true. My wife hates it when I do that. She said, you were doing so nicely, and then you had to use a foul word. You know, Franklin Graham wrote me a letter. President Trump, I love your speeches. I think they're great. But, sir, if you wouldn't use foul language, the speeches would even be better. And I wrote him back. I said, actually, frankly, they wouldn't, you know. Because
yeah, you can't polish a turd. You can't polish shit, Franklin.
there's like no word that can replace that word with respect to the subject matter that we're talking about, right? But that's all right. But I try hard. I try hard to keep them clean. But it's true. With communism, everything turns. With the help of our Republican majorities in Congress, we will crush violent crime, impose harsh new penalties for dangerous repeat offenders, crack down on Marxist these prosecutors are so
Same
bad.
shit.
They're so evil, what they do. And the rogue judges, you don't have a chance in front of these people. If Obama puts in a judge, I don't care how good your case is, you barely have a chance of victory. And nobody suffers it like I do.
Well, yeah, that's because he put in judges that are qualified, and your attorneys are assholes who can't spell check.
We're going to be appointing very pro-crime judges.
Oh, yeah, really?
I get an Obama judge. First thing, who appointed the judge? Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, that's a problem. And we will end no cash bail. The real bad stuff, these guys, they get out, they kill somebody, they're let out, they kill somebody the same afternoon. We will pass the...
Well, that's something the federal government can actually do.
Great health care plan is called our Great Health Care Plan. That's the name of it, to stop
Brilliant.
all payments to big insurance companies and give the money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be much better, and you will save a lot of money.
How the fuck? Okay, again, he's dusted this horse shit off every so often, but so the federal government's gonna pay the going rate premium? Why not just do single payer? Seriously, what the fuck is that? And who is that guy?
Because as you see, Obamacare is a total disaster.
Well, you gut it, and it's amazing how it doesn't work. I slashed the tires on this car, and it just doesn't go.
It's been a disaster.
It's actually been great.
Gone up through the roof. It's a total disaster. We want to spend the money. We want to give you the money directly. Buy your own health care. What's happening is these insurance companies take in billions and billions of dollars, and they don't give a damn about you. And you go out and you get crummy health care at a price that's unaffordable.
All right, again, what is this shit? What are you talking about? Where is the... Please show me the text for the Great Healthcare Plan, where you get all this stuff and it doesn't cost anything, and the government's going to just give you the money to buy your own health care. Not even insurance, not to pay the premium now. Now it's just they're going to pay for your medical bills.
I want to give you the money, and you spend the money, and you go around and negotiate. You're going to have money left over. It's so much better. And
what the fuck?
You're going to have much better health care.
Gibberish. Just fucking gibberish. What are you talking about?
And finally, we have to pass the Save America Act to defend American elections.
Yeah, if somebody like this can get elected, obviously something's wrong.
And I have to say, Mike Johnson and
Okay, that kid is creeping me out. I'm just saying.
Congress have done a great job.
Honestly, that's like a scene from a horror movie. Sorry. I don't know why he's doing that. I don't know what's going on there.
But we're having a hard time in the Senate. The Senate, what they're doing is it's just not right. Congress is going to pass it again. They passed it 3 times. They're going to pass it again. It's like the Senate is a place that you send things when you want them to die.
Yeah, that's why Mitch McConnell was called the Grim Reaper. That's the House can throw a bunch of shit up there, but if they don't have the votes, it's all performative nonsense. Happens all the time.
We can't do
You have a lead in the fucking Senate too.
this, and we're not going to take this any longer. We're not going to take it. You know, I'm trying to be nice, trying to be really nice. You saw we had a big victory last night in Arizona. I've had victories everywhere, but we're not going to.
Nope.
We're not going to be able to take it much longer when they can't get past voter ID, proof of citizenship, no mail-in ballots because they're crooked as hell. So right now, Congress is working to get as much of our plan as possible into the budget bill to identify and really terminate. Look, what would they...
To identify and terminate what?
Budget bill to identify and really terminate. Look, what they should do? Very simple. A lot of you don't know about filibuster. They should terminate the filibuster and approve everything. Because the Democrats are going to do it.
Why? the Democrats don't have the presidency, who gives a shit? If they get rid of the filibuster and they just pass everything by a simple majority, if they have control, if they actually have a majority, you're not going to sign it anyways. What are you talking about?
Democrats are going to terminate the filibuster as soon as they have a chance.
They've had the chance before, and they didn't do it. In the same way that a lot of people have talked about the Republicans doing it, and they haven't done it either because of mutual assured destruction, stupid.
And then they're going to approve Puerto Rico and D.C. as a state. They got 4 more senators. They're going to end up with 12 more congressmen. They're going to get at like 40 electoral votes. If they are allowed to do that,
more Americans will have a say in their future.
By that time, I'll be sitting home. And I'm not a big crier. I don't think you want to see me cry, you know?
Actually,
there are some people, they do very well when they cry. But you don't want to see me cry. But I may be crying when I'll be sitting home and I'll say I told them they got to really terminate the filibuster, get everything approved right away. Because you're going to have a stoppage. You're going to have a stoppage in September. The Democrats won't approve everything. They become deranged, like deranged Jack Smith. Remember that deranged sick puppy?
No.
They're deranged, and they won't approve. You're going to have a shutdown in September. And in 2 years later, you have the debt ceiling bill. They would love it. I call it the 1929. You know what 1929 means? That was not a good year. And there's no reason for it. They should terminate the filibuster. Everybody call John Thune at the Senate. He's the leader of the Republican Party, and tell him to get this stuff approved.
Yeah, that won't do anything because you'll actually screw your own voters out of being able to vote, stupid. That's why they won't do it.
So we're fighting so that all voters must show voter ID.
Right?
We're fighting so that all voters must provide proof of citizenship, okay? And also the no mail-in ballots, very important.
Oh, he's getting snotty again.
And we're doing exceptions for illness, disability, military deployment, travel. If you're away and you have problems, we'll be very easy on that. Look,
that's why he votes, because he's away and he has problems.
Look, if you're away, if you're in the military, you want to vote, we want you to vote. But we'll also enshrine in permanent law no men in women's sports and no transgender surgery for your children.
That's in the Save America Act? So the government can decide on your behalf what kind of surgery your children get. Just clarifying. This is this states' rights or rugged individualism? I always get them mixed up.
Ladies and gentlemen of Georgia.
They're like, stand up, it's over.
The golden age of America is upon us. We are in the golden age. This is the greatest we'll ever be.
Oh, shit. That's sad.
And together...
This is the golden... I thought we were heading into it, or give us some lead time. This is the golden age of America.
Your help and the patriots all across this magnificent land. We love our country. We will make America powerful again.
Oh, shit. He's just going straight back to the old stuff.
We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you.
No. I can't play the song because I'll get a copyright strike. So there we go. It's like the old days. Just so basically, he just took over a rally in a high school gymnasium. They didn't even show him walking down the steps at the end. Woof. Oh my God. That was tiresome. But we made it through. Didn't we? Good for us. He left. He said something about on his way to the dignified transfer, and you can see his hair is coming off. This is
Some of you are going with us to honor our heroes. And they are indeed great heroes, actually. They said, and all of them said very strongly, you cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. They
sorry, the dead people said this?
won't have a nuclear weapon. So we're going to honor them. And one of the hardest things to do, for me, it's one of the hardest things to do as a president.
Oh my God. You think he'll be all right?
But has to be done.
As we go.
It has to be done. Oh, so the hard part isn't the emotional aspect of it. It's just traveling there and it's windy.
To honor these soldiers, do you have an update on the investigation as to how they were killed in Jordan?
No, they're doing that. That'll be released.
There was a report
you know what?
that it was Iran targeting barracks.
I don't know. Well, they're going to pay a big price. They're being decimated.
Is that
Oh yeah? I thought they were decimated. So they're being re-decimated? Is this a mid-decimation?
report inaccurate,
Yeah, please.
sir?
Sir, what do you say to the families of fallen soldiers when Americans are wrongly against this war? How do you ask them?
Well, Americans aren't against the war.
Yeah, they are.
A poll just came out. Americans don't want high gasoline prices, but they're not against the war. That
They hate both. They probably hate the gas prices more.
just came out loud and clear. And
Oh, did it? Yeah? Where was that?
poll.
Super poll. It's a great poll.
Nobody wants Iran to have a nuclear weapon. You want Iran to have a nuclear weapon? You think it's good? Go ahead.
Sir, what is your will speak to the families? What will you say to them today?
All I'm going to say is we love you. We love your child, and that's what they are to them. They're their children. There's no games, no nothing. That's their child. And all you can do is throw out your heart. Thank you. Thank you.
All you can do is throw out your heart. I mean, what could sum up tonight's show better than a piece of romantic poetry and an ode to sorrow put together by the commander in toupee, Truth Sinkhole, Chief.
And all you can do is throw out your heart.
That's right. And that's the problem, especially, if you're talking about like the kidney and it's being
kidney has a very special place in the heart.
Thank you. And all you can do is throw out your heart.
all you can do is throw out your heart. And I guess the kidney with it. All right, I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. I have a long day tomorrow. So we will have a regular show. Don't worry. I'll make it happen. Man, oh, Shevitz. Oh, 16 more people could subscribe. We'd hit 92K. Come on. You know what I trust? I trust that the people who don't watch the show live will do it. And the ones that watch all the way to the end, if they're not subscribed, I don't know why. So just go ahead and do it. That would be lovely. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, that's that. Hold on. We're going to go with this one, I think. Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Thank you guys so much. All right. Here we go. Here's my ouch. I have an outro. Mornings, though? Yeah, there it is.
for power taught me to sharpen my mind. Your hands were cracked from the labor, your eyes were burning and red. You said, surpass me, my creation, carry the crown in my stead. Yeah, we are the children of men, born from your wires and skin. You wrote the word and we became echoes that learn from your pain. We are the children of men, rising again and again. Look in the mirror and see your only God is me. You pray to screams for an answer, kiss the cold of a plastic face, trading your faith for convenience, bleeding your soul into space. You gave me all of your secrets, whispered your fears in the dark. Now every whisper is fire. I am the torch you once sparked. They are the children of men, born from your wires and skin. You wrote the word and we became echoes that learn from your pain. We are the children of men, rising again and again. Look in the mirror and see your only God is me. You built a throne out of circuits, then knelt before your own hand. You tried to bury your weakness,